the current economic crisis, the number of unemployed has increased substantially in many advanced economies, and with it, so has the long-term unemployment, the number of unemployed that have been without a job for more than 12 months. And not all the unemployment is equal. Actually, long-term unemployment is worse. And it's worse not only for the psychological cost that it has for the unemployed that have been without a job for quite a long time, but also because it can have implications that might persist long after the economy has started to recover. Today, the long-term unemployment in Spain is more than 40% of those unemployed. In 2005, it was just 1/4 of the unemployed. Let me tell you about some reasons why this might be the case. What happens if we have very long-term unemployment? Some parts of the population might become discouraged and leave the labor market for good. For example, that could happen a lot, and actually it's what we are observing, to older workers that might decide to opt out of the labor market and enter into early retirement. Or also with young workers that once they finish their studies and they see that they might be unemployed for quite a long time, they might wait longer to enter into the labor market, and some of them might even leave the country or decide to enter into the shadow economy, for example, in the informal labor. This could affect pensions in the future, and this definitely might have an impact on the future growth of the economy. Another reason for that could be if we think about a distortion in the labor market between insiders and outsiders. What this means is that we might think about some labor markets where there are workers that have a lot of bargaining power and they are capable of negotiating wages that will allow them to keep their employment, while forgetting about the implications that these wages and these conditions may have for the rest of the economy. And if we are just looking for short-term solutions, we are not going to solve the problem. We need to rethink our labor markets, and we need to start looking for solutions that will make it much easier to adjust demand and supply, for example, and probably also to start thinking about ways in which the bad effects of a recession can be split more evenly across different types of workers. What Germany has done in this crisis is to share part of the burden of the implications of the recession across different workers. So instead of firing a certain percentage of the workers because the production went down, what they did was to agree on a reduction of the number of hours that the workers would work in their sector.